Now this one is very special. One of the most famous SCPs, in fact, and certainly, probably, probably tied with the best known SCP-001 article, tied with Daybreak. This one is the Gate Guardian by Dr. Clef. It goes as follows. Item SCP-001, Object Class Euclid/Keter. Special containment procedures. Because of the nature of SCP-001, no containment procedures are necessary. 24/7 monitoring of SCP-001 is to take place from a safe 10+ kilometer distance from a predetermined site location, Site 0. The location of Site 0 is known only to the current SCP administrator and the single overseer-level agent of Abrahamic faith, Overseer 5-14, assigned to monitor SCP-001 from Site 0. Said agent is authorized to take any action necessary should SCP-001 become active, and is required to immediately alert the administrator and all other Overseer-level agents should SCP-001 show any change in behavior, as this may constitute the beginning of a Patmos XK class end-of-the-world scenario. SCP-001, should SCP-001 become active in any way, personnel are required to immediately consult the Patmos series of emergency orders. Decoding algorithms for emergency order Patmos are to be maintained on site at Site 0 in the possession of the designated observer, and are to be transmitted to SCP Foundation offices only in the event of SCP-001 becoming active. Foundation personnel with vital roles in one of more variants of emergency procedure Patmos are to be advised to take the following precautions. Number 1, to maintain a good relation with one or more organized Abrahamic faiths. Okay, whatever. It's Jesus, the Jesus faith, or the Jews. To maintain on hand a supply of the following: holy water, a rosary, crucifix, cross, prayer rug, or other symbol blessed by an here we go again, Abrahamic cleric or bishop, or equivalent higher rank, a copy of Jesus scriptures, which are the Torah, Bible, and Quran, and standard emergency supplies in mobile form, bug out bag. In case of a premillennial rapture scenario, I don't know what that means, all vital personnel are to be designated a secondary operative of non-Jesus faith. Said secondary operative is to be informed of the location of the primary designate copy of Emergency Protocol Patmos and a memetic kill agent Incolent, and is to be kept on ready status to take over primary duties as necessary. To maintain familiarity with all other SCPs involved in possible Patmos XK class end-of-the-world scenarios. Okay. Description. SCP-001 is a humanoid entity approximately 700 cubics in height, located in an undisclosed location near the intersection of the Tigris and Euphrates River. The following features are known about the entity: a number of luminous wing-like appendages emerging from the shoulders, back, temples, ankles, and wrists of the entity. Although an accurate count has never been established, most observers place the wings between 2 through 108, with the mean number being 4. A weapon, possibly a sword or knife, which is designated SCP-001-2. The weapon appears to emit flames at temperatures rivaling that of the sun based on spectrographic analysis, although there appears to be no destructive effects from the immense heat on the surrounding area. Any entity that approaches within 1 kilometer of SCP-001 is immediately struck by the weapon and obliterated from existence. Any and all actions taken towards SCP-001 have resulted in the annihilation of the attacker, regardless of range. See Incident Report RE Indian Ocean Submarine Missile Experiment, December 26, 2004. SCP-001 appears to be standing with its head bowed in a gesture of sublimation, whatever, with SCP-001-2 held in both hands pointed straight down in front of it. Since originally recorded by the founder over data redacted years ago, SCP-001 has not deviated from this stance. Human beings exposed to SCP-001 report hearing a voice in their heads giving them a directive which the subject reports cannot be disobeyed. The most common directive is forget, which results in the subject walking away from SCP-001, having no memory of encountering it on the rare occasion. However, other directives can be given. The most famous of these is the one given to the founder, prepare, which he claims formed the impetus for founding data redacted to catalog and contain any and all supernatural or paranormal artifacts that represent a serious threat to the current existence of humanity. This is the organization now known as the SCP Foundation. Observers have reported that SCP-001 appears to be standing in front of a gate of immense proportions. Long-range photographs have occasionally detected what appears to be a pastoral grove within, containing numerous other entities of the same composition as SCP-001, as well as several fruit trees of unknown composition. Of particular note are two fruit trees of immense proportion near what appears to be the center of a grove. One is noted appears to be an ordinary apple tree, although the other bears a fruit unknown to Earth, described as data expunged. It is avowed belief of the founder that the gate which SCP-001 guards may be the gate to expunged, which is, obviously the Garden of Eden. I hate to spoil it. Based on correlations with ancient Babylonian texts and the Dead Sea Scrolls, in which case one must conduce that the entity known as SCP-001 may be expunged, even though it's probably going to say God or Gate Guardian, Angel, whatever. At a minimum, 001-A experimentation re SCP-001-2's effective kill range. Number 1. Experiment A. 1. D-Class personnel instructed to approach SCP-001 as closely as possible on foot. Result: upon making visual contact with SCP-001, subject is ordered to leave. Subject immediately turns away from the entity and walks away. Despite repeated orders to continue the experiment, D-Class personnel refuses to obey and is terminated. Upon termination of D-Class personnel, all research staff involved are immediately obliterated by an unknown force, presumably SCP-001-2. Experiment B. 1 remote-operated research robot guided to approach SCP-001 from the ground. Result: upon approaching within 1 kilometer of SCP-001, research robot is obliterated, presumably by SCP-001-2. All further attempts at remote reconnaissance have the same result. Experiment C. 100 pre-programmed research drones instructed to approach SCP-001 from multiple angles simultaneously. Result: coordination is successful and all 100 drones cross the 100 kilometer mark simultaneously. However, all 100 are simultaneously obliterated by SCP-001-2. Designated observer at Site 0 reports that SCP-001-2, I'm getting real sick of all these numbers, appeared to strike in all directions at once. I'm going to call SCP-00... I'm just going to say the numbers now. I'm not going to say SCP-001 did not deviate from its stance while this took place. Experiment D. Wire-guided missile fired from a distance of 3 kilometers. Result: 1-2 obliterates weapon upon crossing the 1 kilometer mark, simultaneously obliterating the launch site and killing all personnel. Experiment E. Multi-warhead intercontinental ballistic missile fired from the SCP nuclear submarine Nautilus. Result: see Indian Ocean Submarine Missile Experiment, December 26th, 2004. Okay. Experiment F. 76, SCP-76, and Task Force Omega-7 instructed to approach SCP-001 on foot. Result: 76 refuses to carry out mission, despite not being informed of the mission's nature. Upon being asked why, SCP-076 responds, "No, just no." And this 76 guy is... I don't remember what his name. I think this is Kane or something. Whatever, we'll get to him eventually in like 100 episodes. Experiment G, SCP-073. Due to the results of the Experiment F, 73 was not informed of his destination until arriving at Site 0. 73 approached the site on foot. Upon seeing 001, 73 became distressed and asked to abort. 73 was ordered to continue. At that point, the symbol on 73's forehead became blank. Experiment was terminated due to blank. See addendum 001 AA. Addendum 001/AA. By executive order of the administration, no further experiments are to be carried out on 1. No further SCPs are to be exposed to 1. 1 is not to be used to dispose of any dangerous SCPs. Please see revisited containment procedures for details. Addendum on data redacted. The following errant transmission was received by Foundation personnel. It reads as follows. Initiate emergency procedure Patmos-Omega. Attention all Foundation personnel. The following message was received at approximately blank this morning from Site 0. SCP-001 has left its location. The gate is open. They are riding forth. Oh God, it's so beautiful. The Lord reigned, the Lord reigned, the Lord reigned, the Lord reigned, the Lord reigned forever. The Lord reigned, the Lord reigned, the Lord has reigned, the Lord shall reign, the Lord shall reign forever. The Lord reigned, the Lord reigned. But the Lord is God. Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God is one. Because of the event's confluence with the recent breach of SCP-995, the opening of SCP-616, and the activation of SCP-098, the Foundation is required to immediately begin preparations for an XK class End of the World scenario. 7.6 and 7.3 are to be secured immediately. All personnel are to lock and decode Emergency Order Patmos-Omega. Follow all instructions within. Site 19 is to be secured and all non-essential SCPs and personnel terminated and or destroyed. Repeat, because of this event's confluence, it just repeats it. I'm not going to read it again. It just keeps repeating it. And then here we are at are to be secured immediately. Cain and Abel, my 2 sons, I am coming. All personnel are to unlock. To cold, behold, I stand behind the gate and knock, and if I am to follow, blank, 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 signal lost. Upon contacting Site 005-14, responded that no such message had been sent from his location, and SCP-001 remained inert. The transmission was initially determined to be a hoax. However, close examination of the transmission reveals the timestamp dated blank, years in the future. It is theorized that blank. Okay. Analysis. SCP-001 the Gate Guardian is clearly some sort of biblical entity. Could be Adam, because Adam is clearly the son, the one that sent that message, because he calls Cain and Abel his 2 sons. Could be an angel, like in the Bible. Angel with a flaming sword is set to guard the Garden of Eden. Or could be Jesus. That's just thrown out there, you know. And the final part is alluding to the fact that eventually 001 will start moving, the Garden of Eden will open, the 4 horsemen will ride out of the Garden of Eden, and the rapture will begin blank years in the future. Pretty good. It's one of my favorites, just because of how cool the guy looks. It's not like super, wow, holy smokes, that's a real cool guy. But Dr. Clef always has good articles, so, you know, what is good.